house that I use. I have a Bernini No-Kink hose. Now, this is a fantastic non-puncture, non-kink hose. Every time people come over and I'm out in my garden and I'm watering, they ask about this hose. And I tell them it's Bernini, it will never kink. It's going to expand and contract when you are having water or not having water, so it stores very easily, and you're not gonna have to worry about puncturing. It also gets less warm in the sun than other hoses of this type. And it's $30 today for 40 feet of the No-Kink hose. Now, you are also going to be getting this really great adjustable fireman style nozzle. That is where you'll choose your color. So we have 3 colors remaining for you. The others have sold out, but they're all really great colors, and you're gonna be able to use them in so many beautiful ways. So this is your green. Only 100 remain in the green. I have a green at home with that beautiful nozzle. Then in the center, we have the gray for you. And we finally also have the red. And here's where you're seeing, red is last call already? 1 dozen. Okay, so please call right away. That's the best way to place your order on Q2, 800-500-7590 if you want the red. I have 1 dozen to go around. So 1 dozen of you watching right now can bring this home. This is a fantastic hose. Today, you are looking at $29.99 for 40 feet of length in this hose. I want to welcome in Kevin Riley. He brings us Bernini, and we're going to talk about this amazing hose. Kevin, it's great to see you.
Hey, Rachel.
Welcome in.
Thanks
we're glad to have you for a few different items throughout our hour today, or 2 hours.
3 in a row.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So I have this at home. I absolutely adore it. I love it. This is the 40-foot length. What makes this hose different from all the other hoses that we're going to be finding out in the market?
So John and Jack, John and his daughter actually brought us the metal hose many years ago at QVC. And ever since then, we've been coming out with newer ideas, fresher ideas. What makes this one a little bit different is that it expands. Well, what does that mean? That means, so even though it's a 40-foot hose, it actually is really about 25 when it's not expanding. And when you fill it up with water, it expands to 40. And when you let go of the water, it contracts down. So what does that mean? That means we can fit more hose on our reel. It makes it lighter to use. It makes it, I think, less than 5 pounds. And because it has that 304 stainless steel as well, we're able to keep it outdoors and not have to worry about the sunlight messing with it. We don't have to worry about rust. And also with the nozzle as well, it's just such a great package, and it's such a good hose.
It really is. I have had mine when it gets like this, and I look back and it's still working, but there are all these knots and kinks in it. Look at this that Kevin has. It will still work.
It will still work.
It will still work. You will still get water through these. Now, this is the 40-foot. The first thing I want to ask you, because I know some people maybe need longer, can you attach multiple 40 feet together?
You can. You can attach multiple, any Bernini hose that we sell, any hose that you get at your at the garden store as well. So we can show you on the reel if you want.
Let's do it. Absolutely. Okay, so let's take a look and see exactly how easily this is going to all be coiled up. It just works amazingly. It is less heavy. Look how smooth this is.
It's fun too. How often can you say winding up a hose is fun? So there's the first 40 feet, and we just throw on the other 40 feet.
Perfect.
And again, we're just going to keep sliding it back and forth. And because it's because it's not expanding, it's actually only about 25 feet on the reel. And when we put the water in, it expands to the 40.
Okay.
So again, it makes it lighter weight, easier to wrap on the reel.
Hose in there too.
And here's number 3. So that's 120 feet of hose in what, less than 30 seconds?
That's amazing. And you'd be looking at 120 feet of hose for $90 because it's 30, 30, 30. So this may be a more cost-effective way for you to get that longer length because they're on clearance today for under $30. You just choose your color, whether that be the green, the gray, or the red. Daddy, do we still have red? Okay, red is gone. We're going to go ahead and take red off, so now just green and gray. Kevin, could you talk about this video that we're taking a look at?
Absolutely. So there we go. We're showing the fireman's nozzle. It allows it to go from that hard jet all the way to a soft, nice mist that's easier for our plants. And here we're showing, it looks like the power coupler. So what's really neat is when you connect this to your spigot, if we want to ever tug it, it's not going to rip off. It actually we'll show right here. So a lot of hoses we use that once we give it a pull, it's gone, and we're going to have to call the plumber. Not with this spigot. And again, we get the nozzle and we get the 40 feet of hose, so it's really like a cool 2-for-1. And the fact that a nozzle allows us to go from a very, like a nice spray that'll help cover all our plants and our puppy dogs, we can also get it all the way down to almost like a power washer, so we can clean the gutters, so we can clean the bricks.
And that would just be by twisting?
Absolutely. So left is all the way off.
Okay.
And when you turn right, it allows you to go through the different settings until you find what you need.
That's amazing. So you're getting not only a fantastic hose that you could use with just these, but then you get that wonderful spigot here. So you're gonna get that fireman's nozzle to give yourself all of that great power. So you can go, as Kevin said, from just a stream to kind of that larger brush of what you're going to get in the water there. So there's a lot of great options here. Really easy, green or gray, 40 feet in length, but pick up more than one if you do need a longer length. But for some of us, 40 is going to be all that we need.
40 should be plenty to get around your yard. If you need extra, if you think you're going to be going down to the, we would recommend getting 2. But also because the nozzle, it does come with it, you don't need to use it on this hose. You can use it on something else, and you could put on a different nozzle if you wanted as well. But take a look at this. This is so, because of that 304 stainless steel, we're able to wrap it around like this.
Barbed wire.
Barbed wire, screws, and razor blades. If you take a standard rubber garden hose and you just do this once, that's done. It's done forever.
It's done.
So
and
what's
you're
really
having to
neat
pay
is,
more.
so this is a little intense. We don't expect you to have this in your backyard, but just to show you, if you get it wrapped on those rose bushes, if your puppy decides to play with it, your hose is still going to be working afterwards.
It's really the best hose. When I bought a house, they had a hose that they left, the previous sellers, and I had that hose there, and it was so bulky and heavy, it kinked. Then I got my Bernini hose, and I will never go back. I will absolutely only use Bernini hoses. I bought one for my sister because I loved it so much, and you're seeing that contract, and then also when there's water in, it's extending.
And wrapping around those rose bushes. And there we go. Here's our jaws, which we use sometimes here at QVC. And because, like we said, we can tie it up in 50 knots, and we're not going to lose pressure either. Which is, I mean, if you take if you take your rubber hose and one kink, it's not coming out.
Right, it really is not. This is also 3 pounds in weight. So that also makes it so easy for me to move it as I just grab this off of my hose, kind of when I wrap it around, take this, let it kind of unspool as I go to water my plants, and it is so lightweight, 3 pounds. This is the gray option. You do get that beautiful nozzle as well. And then we also have the green option for you, but only 70 now to go around in green. You will not regret this. I absolutely love mine. It is fantastic. There are 65 5-star reviews here. It's not gonna kink, it's not gonna puncture. It's a fantastic investment. You're gonna have this for years and years to come. All right, Kevin's not going anywhere. Kevin's gonna stick around with us, but